Well, we are starting to run out of words to describe what Lamar Jackson has been doing so far this season. Just scintillating, to say the least. 18 touchdowns. And as a quarterback, he's actually second in the nation in rushing yards. He's got nearly 160 a game, but he's not number one because of maybe the best-kept secret in all of college football. That's Donnel Pumphrey at San Diego State, averaging nearly 200 yards per game through the first 3 weeks of the season. That's why his name is now mentioned among those leading Heisman contenders. And the star of San Diego State joins me now here on Sportscenter. Donnel, thanks for joining us today. Congratulations to a great start to the season. I wonder, when you hear your name now being mentioned as a contender for the Heisman, what comes to mind?
Honestly, what comes to mind, it just shows the hard work that my teammates and I have put in the offseason, and it just shows that what the coaches have done with me, and they've been able to get me the ball and put me in the right situations, and from there, I've been able to do my job and just help the football team out.
You know, being in a non-Power 5 conference and also been on the West Coast, sometimes that works against you in terms of that Heisman voting. I wonder, from your standpoint, how much do you keep up with the other men that are named usually on that Heisman list, the Fournettes, the Watsons, the Lamar Jacksons?
I mean, those are big name guys, and those are the best of the best. And I know those guys because I follow them on social media, and I try to challenge myself in doing what they do, and as in statistic-wise, and that's been my motivation this year, and I've been able to show my talents this year. And I mean, my biggest goal is really staying consistent.
You know, coming out of high school, you had some offers from a larger program than San Diego State, but they didn't want you to play running back. They wanted you to play in the secondary, but you went to San Diego State because they would let you run the ball, and obviously a good decision by that program. Why were you so adamant about being a running back in college?
I mean, I played running back my whole life growing up, and growing up I watched one of my older cousins who went on to play for the Oregon Ducks and for the Denver Broncos, and he played running back, so I felt that I can do the same thing, and I just felt that it's ran in my genes to play running back. And Coach Horton, he trusted in me, and Coach Coop, who's now on the staff, who was my high school coach, he gave me the opportunity when I first got to high school, and I just took it from there, and I've just been running back ever since, and I feel like nothing can stop me from now on.
I saw a pretty interesting tweet from you the other day where you talked about you wanted to leave and put the record books out of reach, is what you said. Now, as of right now, you already lead the school all-time in carries and rushing yards. You're just a few touchdowns behind Marshall Faulk for that lead. What kind of numbers are you talking about when you say put those numbers out of reach?
I'm more speaking of a conference record. I mean, I now hold the conference touchdown rushing record, which, I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys are going to be chasing because there's great running backs in our conference. And the yards out there, I mean, right now I'm 29th in the world to ever rush in the NCAA, and hopefully I can be top 5 by the end of the season. And if I'm top 5 at the end of the season, that means that in the Mountain West Conference that I'd be number 1, and that'd be a huge thing for our program.
Yeah, a couple guys you just passed, Marcus Allen, Thurman Thomas. That's a pretty good list. Let's talk about this team for a second. You guys cracked the top 25 this week. What does it mean for this program to get to that, and how did the players react when you guys found out?
I mean, it feels great just to be able to get the recognition that we felt that we deserved. And, I mean, our team, we expected it. So, I mean, we're all happy, but we're ready for the next test, which is Southern Alabama in 2 weeks. And I mean, we have a bye this week, and we're just ready to compete with whoever's in front of us.
You played a lot of football there in Las Vegas, but you go to school in San Diego State. Let me ask you a couple questions about your favorite things in San Diego. You got a choice. Do you go to San Diego Zoo or SeaWorld?
The San Diego Zoo.
All right.
I love animals.
Gas Lamp or La Jolla?
Gas Lamp.
You going fish tacos or carne asada?
Carne asada.
All right, last question. You're having dinner with 2 famous citizens of San Diego, Reggie Bush or Nick Cannon. Who do you go to dinner with?
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush. Yeah, no doubt. If you can follow in his footsteps, it'll be a pretty good college career, to say the least. Donnel Pumphrey, San Diego State, thanks a lot, and continued success this season there with the Aztecs.
Thank you. I appreciate that.